This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shannick, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's gonna go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hold. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from the Nikai High Fieldhouse. It's high school basketball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, broadcast on lcsportsnet.com is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. MVP Insurance, Simplify Insurance, call MVP for the win. Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. Penn Ohio Bottled Water, home and business bottled water delivery. The Red Zone, score big at the Red Zone. Moderna Bonner Law, a community law firm dedicated to protecting your possessions. Gems Builders, Inc., creative edge for your contracting works. Pontus Insurance, protecting those you love. Work in progress, paint services, and residential and commercial projects. The Crane Room, family-owned restaurant, brewery, and banquet center. The City Rescue Mission, transferring lives in crisis since 1911. Something for your photography. Tri-County Principles. And by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tim Continental along with James Dotson as we are here in Newcastle at the Nikai High Fieldhouse to start our broadcast season of the 24-25 high school basketball. This is the boys edition. And James, it's just like old times back here on the front row where we belong at midcourt.
You said it right there. It's where we belong. It just feels right. It doesn't feel right to have a Friday night game going on at the Nika High Fieldhouse and not have you and me here courtside ready for the fun. We're going to have some fun tonight here in the opening game of the season. A new look Class 6A here in the current cycle. A lot of teams from 5A moving up into the Class 6A ranks. North Hills being one of those many teams moving up. And there are 2 8-team sections. So you got a chunk of teams that are good teams that are going to end up being left out of the playoffs like this Newcastle team was a year ago. It is going to be a grind week in and week out, but North Hills gets to start their year, their very young team, making their way up here to the Fieldhouse to play Newcastle. It's going to be a tough challenge, like it always is a tough challenge, especially for a young team. But they got some scorers on this team, Tim, for sure, including a kid in Nathan Schonbacher we're going to be talking about, averaging just shy of 30 points a game in the first 3 games of the year.
Yeah, that is an impressive start to the year. And, of course, when you look at which goes, Gabos is going to have to work with this season. He's in his 19th season, 210 wins, 208 losses, 419 overall games. I mean, previously at Vincentian. It's just an amazing career that he's had. Now leading this North Hills Indians club for another season.
Yeah, 19th year with North Hills, plus the 7 you mentioned before, at Vincentian. So he's been around the block, to say the very least. There's not very many coaches that you're going to see at this point who have coached more games in their high school career than Coach Blundo. But yeah, just for comparison, 419 for at North Hills for Coach Gabos, and this is game number 392 at Newcastle for Coach Blundo in his 15th season. It's 2 very experienced coaches, 2 very young teams, and they're going to have to be making adjustments pretty darn quickly when things don't go correctly, because you know that's going to happen at some point. At some point, something's going to go wrong. Who can make the better adjustments tonight and who can dictate the pace of the game is a team that's going to be the one that will be victorious here this evening.
All right, we're going to take our first time out of the pregame. When we come back, James will have a conversation with head coach Ralph Blundo of the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. You're listening to LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Elwes City Boys Golf as the September LCAP Team of the Month after finishing 15-0 undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 1979. Congratulations to Coach Sam Berry and the Elwes City Golf Team, our September LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's tennis double duo Giada Capabianco and Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athletes of the Month after winning the section's championship. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Wilmington's Santino Toscano as the September Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for winning the District 10 championship in golf. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Maddie Arrow and Giada Capabianco and Wilmington's Santino Toscano, the September Red Zone Athletes of...
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today? To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joy ride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joy ride, call Axe today.
Back here on the pregame show, time for our Axe pregame interview. Get a chance to talk with Ralph Blundo here for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. Hey, Coach, it's another new season. Starting section play here tonight, starting with a 4-0 record. Just talk about the non-section games here, getting the year started.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of what we thought. We with the non-section, because we've had a hard time getting teams to come up there and play. We got some teams that were willing, and we had some games that I think got us ready for tonight. Section 6A basketball is really, it's a grind. So it's a different animal altogether. So, we'll see what happens.
You saw that grind last year, obviously, on uncharted waters in terms of what the end result was. Is that something you guys talk about of like, hey, we're not letting that happen again, or is it put it in the back pocket and focus on this year?
Well, I think occasionally I'll say to the guys, if we do something a certain way, I'll say that's what 3-7 looks like, which is what we were in the league last year. So, we're hopefully adjusting and making sure we're not doing some of the things that we did wrong last year. And I think this team's going in the right direction.
One of the big keys for sure is defending the home court. I know something you've preached from day one here. A couple of losses at home really hurt last year. How much has that been a talking point heading into the first section game tonight?
Well, I haven't said it yet, but I'll say it tonight in the pregame. You got to protect your home court, and there's no doubt about it. We know we're getting a good basketball team. They have explosive scorers, so we have to play well and take care of business.
Talking here with Coach Blundo on the pregame show. Coach, talk about the opponent tonight. A lot of length, but it's a young team, and like you said, explosive and can get to the hoop on you.
Yeah, they got two really, really good players, Zach Valero and Schembacher. Both are averaging, and I think Schembacher's close to 30, and Valero averaged over 22 last year. Really good basketball player, and Long's a really good player too. As a coach is signed, smart, gritty, tough kid. It's just typical North Hills, you know what I mean? They touch a lot of passes, they score the basketball. You don't play well, you don't beat them, and they won't stop coming for 32 minutes.
Talk about your senior class real quick. I mean, a lot coming back that's gotten experience for 1, 2, even 3 years of varsity experience.
Yeah, but we're still a very young team. We have Ralphie and Kyrell in the starting lineup that are seniors, and Ralphie's a 3-year starter. Kyrell is his 2nd year starting. Nate McKnight coming off the bench, and he's been with me for 4 years as well. And of course, those kids, because they're my son's age and really close friends, I've been with them, coached them since they were in the 4th grade. So, of course, there's something special about that, but we're just trying to enjoy the time that we have together right now.
Helping out with that scoring aspect, though, you get a freshman coming in, a familiar name for all Newcastle fans, but making a splash right away is Kai Cox.
Yeah, Kai's played great to start the year, and he's not a secret anymore, and he's going to be game plans will be geared to make sure he doesn't play as well as he played, and that'll be a big challenge for him as a freshman. But he has a really good disposition. Understands the challenge ahead, and expect him to play well.
One final question, Coach. Just what's on the top of the board for first section game tonight?
Well, it's always effort. The effort and the concentration has to be uncommon. That's always number one. That'll never change. Without it, none of the other keys matter.
Very good, Coach. Appreciate it. Go get them.
Thanks.
We'll be back with the keys to the game, starting lineup, and opening tip here from Nika High Fieldhouse. Newcastle North Hills kicking off section play here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Tonight's pregame interview was brought to you by Axe. Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County door-to-door transportation service is open to the public. Axe takes people to work, to play, anywhere else they need to go. Give them a call at 724-652-5588 for more information.
You could tell right there in talking with Coach Blundo is that you got a freshman who's coming immediately, but that secret's out. Everybody knows now about Kai Cox. He's not the leading scorer officially after the first 4 games of the year, averaging just shy of 19 a game. Ralphie Blundo is averaging just shy of 20 per game. But how about this as a freshman? You're just barely off of the lead on the points, but you're the leading rebounder, the leading assists, and the leading steals, averaging 5 steals a game as a freshman. That's, I think, the intangibles part is that right there. It's not just the scoring, it's a little bit of everything from the freshman.
One thing we've learned over the years covering Newcastle, how important it is to be active in the passing lanes and be able to create steals, to get that defense in transition to offense and scoring quick, easy points.
Yeah, and it all starts with the defense and getting the pressure. And there were times last year where just the defensive intensity, whether it was in the full court or the half court, just wasn't quite there. And I think this has taken a step up. And you'll see it, I think, right from the get-go. The thing you got to mention, though, with North Hills on the other end, you can't get complacent against them. They're 1-2 record coming into today's game. Yes, true. They trailed in all 3 games, came back and won the first game when they trailed by 12 just before the half, came back from down 26 against Mount Lebanon, only lost by 8, came back down double digits and sent the Shaler game into overtime. This is a team that is never out of a game because they play so fundamentally sound. Coach talked about it. Everybody's going to touch the ball. They're going to have very successful half-court possessions. I think because of that, you need to try to keep them out of the half-court and make them run with the Canes.
All right. Tonight's first half keys to the game are brought to you by Works in Progress. Give Joe Wright a call at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. And tonight's keys to the games, James?
I think I would say right there, Newcastle, play your game defensively in the full court. Force North Hills to have to go up and down the court consistently. And I think for North Hills, it's going to be the fact of, yes, you got Nathan Schonbacher. He averages 29 a game. You have Zach Polero averaging 15 a game, but we haven't seen a full 32 minutes, a full 4 quarters from them. That's going to be their key. Can they play a full game consistently with everybody getting involved?
All right, one more timeout. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Congratulations to our November LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington football as the November LCAP Team of the Month after winning the District 10 football championship for the first time since 2020. Congratulations to Coach Brandon Fillion and the Wilmington football team, our November LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk distance runner Jackson Shaydale as the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month for winning his 2nd straight PIAA Cross Country Championship. Jackson also qualified for the Nike Cross Country National Championship this month. Congratulations and best of luck to Mohawk's Jackson Shaydale, the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And welcome back here to the Nikai High Fieldhouse as we're getting ready for tonight's opening game here for us in the 24-25 high school basketball season as North Hills will be taking on Newcastle here. And the 2 teams are being introduced on court. And here's my partner, James Dawson, with tonight's starting 5.
We'll start with Coach Kevin Tross, North Hills Indians 1-2 on the year. Jackson Long, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 9 points and 7 assists per game. Logan Ilnicki, a 6'2 senior. Zach Polero, a 6'3 senior, averaging 15 points per game, also averaging 4 steals per contest. Ryan Carey, a 6'3 senior as well, and the leading scorer, the 6'3 sophomore Nathan Schonbacher, averaging 29 points per game. So again, Long, Ilnicki, Polero, Carey, and Schonbacher for the North Hills Indians. Again, 1-2 on the season under their 19th year head coach, Buzz Gabos. For the Newcastle Red Hurricane under Ralph Blundo, coach of the Canes, so now his 15th year, 4-0 coming in on the season. The freshman Kai Cox, 19 points per game, also leads the team in rebounds, assists, and steals per game. A 6'2 senior Jaden Schaefer, averaging 4 points per game. A 6'3 junior Damian Harrison, averaging 11 points per game. Tyrell Harris, a 5'11 senior, averaging 6 points per contest. And 6' senior Ralphie Blundo, averaging just shy of 20 points per game. So Cox, Schaefer, Harris, Harrison, and Blundo, the starting 5 for the Red Hurricanes. And your officials tonight real quick, Rob Lombardo, Sam Bloom, and Jim Reeder.
All right, we're just a few moments away here from the start of this game here. As James mentioned, the 4-0 Newcastle Red Hurricanes hosting the North Hills Indians, who come in at 1-2 on the season. As we get ready for today's contest, the North Hills Indians are on the court as they're waiting for the last instructions from Ralph Blundo and the huddle, as the Canes will now take the court. And of course, as you heard, that's Harrison, Harris, Blundo, Cox, and Schaefer, Long, Schoenbacher, Ilnicki, Polero, and Carey for the Indians. All right, we're about to jump it up here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse, and it is basketball time here from the Fieldhouse. The Indians will control the tip as they bring it across the timeline. That is Polero with the ball, top of the key. He'll hand it back off. They'll drive down the right lane. That's Schoenbacher. He takes the shot, up in. Rebound there by the Canes as Damian Harris comes away with it and gives it over to Kai Cox. As now we're working on a weave behind the arc. Cox with the ball, drives into the lane, takes a runner with the left hand, shot no good. Ball's gonna be batted toward the corner and out of bounds. Last touch there by North Hills, and it'll stay with the Canes.
Yeah, you can see aggressive, trying to get right into the hoop. And I am going to call him Sheldon at some point this year. He looks exactly like Sheldon and Drew.
He does. It's just a matter of time. As Canes with the ball, that is Harris with it. Now as it goes left side over to Blundo. Back top of the key, gets it over to Harrison. Harrison gives it back over to Harris. Harris drives into the lane, now pulls up at the line, gives it back out. Over to Schaefer, right side, gives it back to Kai Cox. So they work it down inside. That's Schaefer off the glass, up and good.
Beautiful drive, and then a little pass over the top to find Schaefer for the first bucket of the game, assist to Kai Cox.
Indians in the four corners. They're going to take a jumper from the outside. 3 there by Long, no good. Ball can be tied up, and a jump ball called. As getting tied up there was Harrison for the Canes, and the ball will go over to the Canes on the change of possessions. 2-0 Canes, 6:54 here, opening quarter of action here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse.
Yeah, Jackson Long with the long jumper there, just a little bit off the mark. The Canes fighting hard for each rebound, and I think that's going to be a big key too. No offensive rebounds.
With the ball for the Canes is Cox on the right wing. Gives it over to Blundo, deep 3 from the corner, and back of the rim, no good. Ball battered around, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And our first whistle tonight looks to be on Zachary Polero. So the Canes will throw it in from underneath the basket. Harris with the honors. He throws it up top, and Blundo brings it down. Blundo top of the key, going to roll right side. Gets it over to Cox. Cox on the wing, drives into the lane. Loses control, ball's on the ground. Picked up there, and we're going to get another tie up, and this jump ball will go the opposite way to North Hills. 6:22 here to play first quarter. Jackson Long, the 6'1" sophomore, will throw it in here for North Hills.
Hey, go in flat.
Pressure shown here by the Canes in the backcourt. They get it in, they get it over to Polero. Gives it right back to Long as Jackson brings the ball up. Long crosses the timeline. Goes left side, and they work it around to the left wing to Ilnicki. Ilnicki goes right side. Gives it back over to Schoenbacher as he loses control of the ball. Picked up there by Cox. Cox brings the ball in the forecourt. Gets it outside. That's Harrison for a 3. Good. 5-0 start here for the Canes. 5:54 here to play first quarter.
And I think they just got a foul in the backcourt on the inbound. They're going to get technical foul out. So they're going to say Kyrell Harris reached over the end line to knock away an inbounds pass. So that's a technical foul. So a little too aggressive on the defense.
Yeah. And taking those foul shots will be Polero. The first shot is up and good for Polero to get North Hills on the scoreboard. They now trail 5-1. Second shot here for Polero is good. It's them both. And they'll get the ball out of bounds here at midcourt on the technical foul. As Long will toss it in. Goes into the backcourt, gives it to Polero. He's guarded there by Cox as he crosses the timeline on the far side. Now they switch over as Harris on the defense. They do give and go down the line, and that's Long. Kicks it to the hole and in for two. So 4-point play there in a sense for North Hills, makes it a 1-point game, 5-4. Blundell with the ball, and he's going to travel as he turned the corner. Took the handoff behind him and tried to turn the corner before he put the ball on the floor, causing a turnover. North Hills gets it inbound, gets it back over to Long, and he'll bring the ball in the forecourt. He's guarded there by Harris. They throw inside, get it over to Carey. Carey, top of the lane, throws inside. Ilnicki takes a shot, wild, no good. Rebound there by the Canes. Outlet it to Ralphie Blundell, gives it into the corner. Harris gives it back out. It's Blundell for a deep three. Front of the rim, rolls around, no good. And filling it up is Jaden Schaefer for two underneath with the rebound in the points.
Yeah, big positioning there to get in there, get the positioning, put the putback.
And quickly down court is Nathan Schunbacher as he puts it in for two from inside the arc from the left side. And it's 7-6 Canes. Ball going to be loose, picked up there by the Canes. Ball's going to again be knocked around. Cox comes down with it, and he throws it up and in from underneath the basket. So Kai Cox was his first two, and it's 9-6. Here comes the Indians, and they bring it up with Long. Long gives it over to Ilnicki. Ilnicki gives it right back up to Schunbacher. Schunbacher stops and pops inside the arc, up and good. He now has 4 in the game, and it's a 1-point Kings lead, 9-8, 4:15 here to play first quarter. Harris brings the ball up. Harris, top of the key. Goes left side as they give it right back. We're going right back to Harris on the wing, on the right side. Harris drives into the lane, takes it to the hole, off the glass, rattles the rim, no good. Rebound there for North Hills. Coming down with it was Carey. As they get the out ball out to Ilnicki. He takes a deep shot, no good. Actually checked that was Polero with the shot, no good. Ball's loose and out of bounds. 3:41 here to play first quarter. Canes will throw it in on the far side. 9-8 Canes lead. Blundell brings the ball up now here for the Canes. They go left side as they work it around. Lemon now in the ball game for the Canes. As they work it down inside, that is Cox as he gets it down inside and gonna go off the fingertips of McKnight and out of bounds. And with 3:20, that turnover gives it back to North Hills. Long with the ball, gets it inside. Long will bring it back up. Guarded there by Cox. Long with the ball, looking for some help. He'll drive into the lane from the right side, takes it to the hole, off the glass, and good. Jackson Long now with 4 in the ball game, and the first lead here for North Hills, 10-9. 2:58 remaining here first quarter.
Yeah, you can see, though, what he can do. Jackson Long is part of the third scoring option. It gets right to the rack.
Cox down the right lane, takes it to the hole, up and good.
Kai Cox says, hey, I can do that too. Nice crossover there, center court to be able to get in there too.
And a 1-point lead here for the Canes. Into the forecourt is North Hills. Polero with the ball, gives it back over to Long. Long guarded tight as Damian Harris on the defense. They give it over to Illicki. He gives it right back. Goes that Schomburger. And shot goes that. Sean Clocker lost control of the ball, picked up by Lemon, outlets it down, there's one underneath the basket, off the glass for two.
All starts with a diving play by the smallest man on the court. Chase Lemon gets on top of it, pushes it forward to a teammate, and starts the odd man rush.
And Sean Bacher back to the rim, no good. Rebound there by Harris.
I already got 4 rebounds for Harrison on the evening, excuse me.
And it's going to be Blundo from deep three from the right wing, no good. Ball could be into the hands of North Hills, but we're going to get a foul. And they're going to get this one on Nathan McKnight. That's his first.
So you've seen about 7 deep so far as Nate McKnight, one of the seniors that Coach was talking about, coming off the bench. He and Lemon off the bench, and now Harrison gets a quick breather as Kyrell Harris back on in place of Harrison.
2-point lead here for the Canes, 3-point lead, 13-10. As Indians bring it up, they'll go with Sean Bacher down the right baseline, and he's going to get fouled, but the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be opportunity. They're going to get this foul on Blundo.
His first, team's third. Kyrell Harris getting the technical for an inbounds infringement to start the game.
As they work it into the corner. Deep three, front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Blundo. Shot taken there by Polero for the Indians. As they bring the ball up, Blundo goes left side, gets it over to Harris. Harris gives it back to Cox. Cox top of the key. Cox down the right side, stops, spins, throws it back out. Blundo from the corner for three, good.
3-pointer number 147 in his career, his 12th of the season.
Wild pass in the backcourt there by Polero, saved by Long as he brings the ball up court. 16-10, Canes lead. Ilnicki with the ball as he gives it back out. They work it around, that is Sean Bacher, gives it back, and it's in the back of Harris. Lemon comes down with the loose ball, outlets to Blundo. Blundo off the glass, no good. Follow up by McKnight is good for 2, and it's 18-10, 43 seconds remaining, and a first timeout here in the first quarter for North Hills.
That's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take the time out and save money on your insurance with Pontius Insurance, and that's a 9-0 run. You mentioned North Hills took that lead at 10-9. Well, guess what? It's just a 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes since then for the Canes. There it is, though, Tim. Turnover, transition. A couple of them there. The last one both of them finding Blundo. He made the first one. Second one rattled in and out, but there to clean up the garbage was McKnight.
And notice that the defense kind of tightened up when Chase came into the game. Lemon with a couple big plays defensively, starting those transition plays there for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes.
And last one, though, I got to credit Kyrell Harris. I mean, that felt like a Hoosiers moment right there. I want you so in his face that you know what flavor of gum he is. Yeah. He actually never saw the ball that hit off right on the square in the back because he was perfect face guard. Now, NFL, it's going to be a penalty, but not in high school basketball. Perfect defense, and now almost a 5-second call on the inbound.
Yeah, they get it in, and Ilnicki brings the ball up. He'll bring it back out. And they work it over to Long. Long guarded there by Cox as he works right side. Go back left. They get it over to Morrell. And now back up to Ilnicki. Give it back out to Morrell. Morrell drives inside and pulls it back out. That's Long going down the right lane. Now pulls it back out. He's guarded tight there by McKnight. They work it around. Long three coming up here by Polero. No good. Morrow goes for the offensive bound, has it stuck it away there by Cox, outlets it to Harris. Harrison loses control of the ball as it's knocked away there by Polero as he gives the ball back out. We're going to get a three right at the buzzer. No good. Three taken there by Jackson Long. We've played one here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse. 18-10 Canes lead North Hills. You're listening to LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
8 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter here from the Nikkei High Fieldhouse. 18-10 lead here for the Canes. Canes get the ball inbounded over to Harris. Harris gives it over to Blundo, goes left side to Harrison. Back up top of the key as they work it right side. Blundo, top of the key, throw a deep three, good. Blundo with the second tray of the ball game.
And now makes it a 12-0 Canes run.
Bringing the ball down court, they'll get it inside. They're working down to Carey. Carey takes it off the glass in for his first two of the game. 21-12 lead here for the Canes. Harris with the ball, drives left side, gives it back out to Blundo. Blundo from the corner, drives into the lane, takes it to the hole, shot no good. Rebound there by Carey. Carey gets it out to Polero. Polero brings the ball up here for North Hills. Gives it over to Long on the right wing. Long brings it back between the two circles. Now goes back over. Back to Long, goes left side. Ilnicki takes it to the hole. And underneath shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Schaefer. Gives the ball out to Cox. Cox brings the ball in the forecourt. Cox down the lane. Cox off the glass, good for two.
I mean, that's just an impressive movement to get into the lane with such ease. And then he's basically under the hoop, but still somehow brought it up with his right hand. Impressive drive from the freshman.
Schombacher with the ball, and that gives it over to Ilnicki. He drives into the lane, stops, looking for some help, bounce, passes it out to Polero. Cross-court pass to Schombacher as he brings it in, and he's going to lose control. The ball can be knocked out of bounds. Last touch there by Newcastle. It'll stay with North Hills. 6:31 remaining here, second quarter.
So that's a play last year that they're getting beat on. Ralphie, though, stayed with it. He was a little bit behind, but he got in good enough position with his body. He smacked it out. He actually wanted the ball to be considered Newcastle ball. He thought he knocked it off of the North Hills player's leg. The officials don't say otherwise, but great defense to stay with it.
And a ball bounce pass from Schoenbarger to Long goes out of bounds, and they'll give the ball right back to Newcastle, 6:25. As Carell Harris brings the ball into the forecourt. Harris with the ball, top of the key, goes right side, stops, pass over to Cox, left side to Blundo. Blundo throws cross court back to Harris, over Cox, top of the key.
Yeah, changing it up here defensively. North Hills goes into a zone.
And from the corner, three taken there by Harrison, no good. Rebound there by Schaefer, gets the ball out. Out is going to be Blundo for three, and Blundo with his third tray of the game.
3 for 5. He came in averaging 3 3-pointers per game and was actually 33%. Threes are wild right now.
Blundo leading all scorers with 11, 5:40 here to play, second quarter. Long with the ball in the forecourt, bounce pass under the baseline, shot taken and a block, but he's going to get fouled in the process. And that will put Nathan Schombacher back to the line, or actually to the line for the first time here tonight. Shooting two.
First free throws for
either team.
Oh, the technical free throws.
Technical throws, yeah, that's right. To start the game, Zachary Polero had the first 2 points of the game here for the Indians. First shot going to be no good by Schombacher.
Well, we saw it a lot in the JV game, and we're seeing the same thing here. The tough man-to-man defense, one of the best ways to beat is with the back door. North Hills has done a pretty good job with it. That's probably their best effort, though, splitting the pair of Schombacher in terms of getting an open look down low. Had to be a foul given up by Schaefer.
He hits 1 of 2, and he cuts the lead down to 13. Canes with the ball has Harrison top of the key, gives it over to Schaefer. Bounce pass outside the arc, gives it to Cox. Over to Blundo on the right wing. Blundo gives it right back. One on the left side to Harris. Harrison turnaround jumper top of the key, and it's good. 4-3. That's his second three, and it's 29-13. Polero brings the ball in the forecourt, gives it over to Schombacher. Schombacher. Bounce pass, gives it back. Schombacher working out behind the arc. Gives it over to Long. Guarded there tight by Ralphie Blundo. switched on the defense by Schaefer. Leaves Logan long open for a long three. Shot no good. We get a foul underneath. Rebound there by Schaefer, and they're going to get the foul on Carey. That's his first.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. It was a good switch first with Blundo and Schaefer, but then a nifty play to get back open for Long. They ended up being left wide open all alone. His three rattles in and out, but Schaefer, great position to get in there. First off, Ralphie Bach's now a much taller player. Schaefer getting his 5th rebound of the game in the process.
Harris with the ball in the right wing. Goes left side to Blundo. Blundo drives into the lane, loses the ball, tips it over to Schaefer. Schaefer underneath. Tips the ball on the ground, gives it back out, over to Harrison. Back to Cox. Over to Harris. Harris drives into the lane from the left side. Left hand shot, rolls the rim, no good. Rebound there by Schombacher as he brings the ball up. Schombacher takes it down underneath, tries to scoop it underneath it, and the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Newcastle. And we're going to get a timeout, a full timeout here by Newcastle. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medor Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medor, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedorBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
.413 remaining here in the first half. North Hill to inbound the ball. They'll throw it into the backcourt, and running it down is Long, guarded it tight by Harris. Long brings it back across the timeline. Long now gives it back up to Morrill. Morrill gives it right back out to Schombacher. Schombacher back over to Long. Long on the right wing. Guarded there tight again. This time it's McKnight. Throw inside to Polero. Polero's going to get fouled, and he will go to the line shooting 2, as the shot was no good. That will be on Cox. That will be his first. And that is the second team foul of the quarter against Newcastle. Shot is up and good there by Polero. All his points have come from the line. He had the first 2 technical fouls go through. Now his third shot cuts the lead to 29-14. 3:51 remaining here in the second quarter. Zachary Polero takes the shot and puts it in. He now has 4. Harris brings the ball up. Crosses the timeline. Goes top of the key to Blundo. Gets it right back. Works it on the weave to Harrison. Over to Blundo. Deep 3 from the wing. Good. That's his 4th 3. He now has 14 tonight.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. I mean, there's no volleyball line here. Doesn't matter. It would have been beyond the volleyball line, and now a turnover forced by Blundo in the backcourt as well. Yowza was that a deep 3.
Yeah. 3:28 remaining. 32-15 is our score. Harris to toss it in here for the Canes underneath the basket. Gives it over to Blundo again for a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Ilnicki as he gets the ball out to Polero. To Schombacher, off the glass for 2.
Long shots lead to long rebounds, and good hustle trying to get back from Blundo, but just was a half step too late to be able to alter the shot.
With the ball is Harrison, drives in the lane, left side, shot taken, no good. Rebound there by the Indians, brings it up. There is Polero. Polero goes left side with the left hand, drives into the lane, gives it back out to Schombacher, takes a deep 3, shot no good. Rebound there by the Canes, Harris.
North Hill still looking for their first 3-pointer of the evening.
2:45 remaining here in the first half. 32-17 lead here for the Canes. As the ball's going to be kicked away and out of bounds. Last touch there by the Canes. So that turnover will go back to North Hills. Polero with the ball. Goes left side over to Long. Long going to drive baselines. Turnaround jumper. About an 8-footer. Shot no good. Tipped by Morrow. Picked up there by the Canes. As Harrison comes down with it. Gives it over to Harris. Harris top over to Blundo. Left side of the key. Shot taken for 3. No good. Rebound again. Outlet it to Schombacher. Schombacher off the glass for 2.
Yeah, but last couple possessions for Newcastle, a little bit too rushed, I think. And that one, even though as soon as he let go of the ball, Ralphie ended up having to run in, sprint after his own rebound because he knew it was off, and ended up leaving a one-on-one scenario. And Schombacher able to take care of that.
Canes with the ball in the forecourt. Cox top of the key. Drives down the right side. Takes it to the hole. Off the glass. Good.
And there we go. A quick shot in the possession, but it was a good sustained possession.
And it's going to be Schombacher from the corner. Up for 3. Good. Schombacher now in double figures with 12. 34-22. Harris brings the ball in the forecourt. We're down to 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. Harris moves into the lane, takes a jumper, leaning in from the line and puts it in.
Averaging 6 per game. That's his first bucket today. And then a steal from Cox in the backcourt. Steal from Ralphie to Cox for 2.
And Cox with another 2, and he's in double figures now. Long brings the ball up, gives it over to Polero. They work it over to Ilnicki. Give it right back as they give it over to Schombacher. Give it back inside to Morrill. Gives it back out as they work it deep 3. And rolls the rim, no good. Rebound by the Canes. That's Harrison with the rebound. Gets it over to Blundo. We're down under a minute here to play in the first half. 38-22 lead here for the Canes. Kai Cox with the ball. Cox spins at the line, stops, pops. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by the Indians as they bring the ball up. That was Morrill again with the rebound. As they give it over to Polero. Walks inside, and Cox going to have his hands on his back, and they're going to get Cox for the foul.
Yeah, only the 13th foul of the quarter, so not a bad foul, though it is the second on the freshman. You have a couple subs coming in with 33 seconds here remaining in the first half. Coming back at the half, we'll get you these first half stats and scores, and also some scores from across the rest of Lawrence County and the rest of the WPIAL as well. As more subs coming in, Kingston Russell will check in for the first time.
Kingston Russell, 6-foot junior.
Now they're finally going to get last body off of the court. So out there right now, Harris, Lemon, Schaefer, Kingston, and Ralphie Blundo.
They're trying to get it in. They'll throw it in. They'll get it over to Carey. Carey gives it back to Long. Down to under 30 seconds here to play. Working down in the corner, and they're going to get a reach in.
I think it just got knocked out of bounds.
Out of bounds there, yes. They're going to get, as Kingston knocked the ball away. They throw in the backcourt. Polero runs it down, and he'll bring it back into the forecourt. 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Schombacher throws it inside. Up high for Long. Back out to Schombacher. He'll try a deep 3. Top of the key. Up and good. First 3 of the game here.
5 seconds left as Ralphie comes across the timeline.
Ralphie with the ball. He'll try a deep 3 from the corner. Good! Oh, my! Ralphie with his 5th 3 of the first half. 17 points to lead the Canes to a 41-25 lead here at halftime.
You want to talk about a Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination? We've had a couple great plays in the first half, but that one right there, basically a step back, kind of lost it, regathered it all in one motion, and puts it up from NBA range and drains it for 3. 41-25 your score here at the halftime break.
Let's take a timeout. We'll come back and start our halftime here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse. 41-25. You're listening to LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP. GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
We are at halftime here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse. 41-25 lead here for the Canes. And an impressive first half led by Ralphie Blundo. As we looked at what he achieved here in the first half, he got 17 points, including 5 threes, including the one at the buzzer here at the end of the corner, as James mentioned earlier. Kind of an off-bounds step back, kind of even Michael Jordan-like with his legs spread across.
You beat me to it. I was going to say that same thing. All it was missing was the tongue sticking out.
Exactly. But he drained it.
5 for 9 from beyond the arc unofficially in that first half, and that last one as big as anything there for sure. The fact of the matter being, again, going into this, 33% from beyond the arc was Ralphie. The team, 32% from beyond the arc. They're finding open looks and they're hitting them. They're taking, for the most part, good shots. There was that little stretch there midway through that second quarter where there were about 3 or 4 kind of don't take those. They got back into the base offense, ran their motion, and got a couple of easier looks at the hoop, and that's what then opens everything else back up for the exterior play. So that's, I think, got to be the key for Newcastle continuing into the second half is work the ball, work your offense, wait for a good shot. You don't need to rush anything right away because a couple of those off-balance shots led to odd man rushes and led to 2 really easy buckets at the other end for Nathan Schonbacher. Let's get right into it real quick with our scoring recap. Your scoring recap there, Tim, brought to you by the Creative Edge Architecture. That's their Creative Edge scoring recap. From concept to creation, combining extensive construction experience with creative design. 4 North Hills, 15 for Schonbacher, 4 each for Jackson Long and Zach Polero, and 2 for Ryan Carey. 6 players in the book for Newcastle. Blundo with 17 to lead all scorers. Kai Cox in double figures with 10, all on 2-pointers. A pair of threes for 6 points for Damian Harrison, 4 for Jaden Schaefer, and 2 each for Kyrell Harris and Nate McKnight. There again is your Creative Edge scoring recap. Call 724-652-1372 for more information.
All right, with that, let's take another timeout. You're listening to LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Hey Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
Congratulations to our November LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington football as the November LCAP Team of the Month after winning the District 10 football championship for the first time since 2020. Congratulations to Coach Brandon Fillion and the Wilmington football team, our November LCAP Team of the Month.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet. And welcome back here to the Nikkei High Fieldhouse as we are at halftime with the Canes leading by 16, 41-25. And an impressive first half. Canes get out to an 18-10 lead in the first quarter and extend that in the second quarter with 23-15 for their 41-25 lead here at halftime.
Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority. They're going your way. Why drive when you can relax and ride with daily routes to Pittsburgh and all around Lawrence County. Early third quarter, Union leading Laurel 34-17. Lee and Jay Moan on the call there from the Cavelli Fieldhouse for that one. Just up the road at Neshannock and Olsh. More on that one in a minute. The score right now, though, a 27-16 lead, Neshannock over Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. That's a game that a lot of people think might be for the section championship right off the bat. And we'll try to get you an Elwood City score. The other games going on across the county. Elwood City hosting Freedom and Mohawk traveling to Riverside. Those are the Class 3A games. The other 2A game to go along with the Laurel Union and the Neshannock game is Shenango at Southside. We'll try to get you all those score updates as we wrap up our broadcast here tonight. We thank you for tuning in on this broadcast. I want to mention, yes, it's an audio-only broadcast by the request of Newcastle Area School District. They requested that their games not have live video. There'll be some games that we do a video broadcast, but like you can hear audio like you can now live, and then watch the video later. That's will be for some games down the road. For tonight, just a straight-up old-school WKST feel, Tim, with it, which exactly. We love for sure, because that's the way it should be. That's the only way you can catch it live for most of the home games this year with Newcastle is listening here at LC SportsNet. They're up by 11 late first half.
As we get ready here for the second half, it's time to take a look at the works in progress, keys to the game. Now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial products. That, again, is work in progress with our keys of the game.
Well, we said that one of the big keys for Newcastle was to play their game with the transition and also to play their game within the offense. And, again, that 2-minute span was a little bit rough, but other than that, they were really great, especially in forcing North Hills into those pressure situations. North Hills, they need to get more controlled shots as well. They started getting better looks from outside, especially there late in that second quarter, the 2 late threes from Schombacher. But that's got to be their key, is to work the offense and get better looks from beyond the arc, because other than that, they've basically had a hand in the face more often than not.
8 minutes on the clock as they inbound the ball. North Hills with the ball as they give it over to Long in the forecourt. Throws it into Carey. Carey gives it back out to Schonbacher. Schonbacher with the left hand dribbles down with the right. Stops and gives it into the corner to Long. Cross-court pass. That's Ilnicki for three. Shot no good. Rebound there by Harrison. Harrison out to Harris.
I got Harrison with 7 rebounds now, by the way, Tim.
With the ball is the Canes as they give it right back to Cox. Working right side to Harris. Harris makes a nice move, takes it inside, takes a jumper from the baseline, no good. Ball battered around, and we get a whistle underneath.
Yeah, a foul on Harris.
Offensive foul on Damian Harris.
Yeah, loose ball foul. Can't really call it offensive, but really no foul trouble for anybody. That's the first player, Harris and Cox, I know, to play with multiple fouls for either team right now. 2 fouls each.
As they bring the ball in the forecourt is North Hills. Jackson Long with the ball. Over to Carey. Gives it out to Ilnicki. Ilnicki gives it right back. It's going to be Polero for a deep three. Top of the key. Good.
I'll talk about those keys of the game. That's it right there. It's only his second attempt. Polero finally able to get some open space. Again, averaged 19 points a game last year. He's going to be their main shooter this year. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, Tim. It's because their leading scorer from a year ago no longer on the team.
They work it inside as the Canes, and they get it into Schaefer. Schaefer puts it in for 2 now. He has 6 as they work the ball up court. And they're going to travel with the ball. With that was Nathan Schonbacher turning the ball back over to the Canes. 6:37 here remaining in the third quarter. 43-28 lead for the Canes. Harris brings the ball across the timeline. Harris bounce pass inside to Schaefer, gives it back out to Cox. Cox over right side to Blundo. Give it back to Cox, top of the key. Cox with the ball, gives it back to Harris. Harris gonna drive down the lane, gets the ball stripped and out of bounds. Last touch there by Harris, and it'll go over to North Hills. 6:15 remaining here, third quarter. They get it into Polero, back to Long, as Long will bring the ball into forecourt. North Hills trailing 43-28. Give it over to Carey, give it back over to Ilnicki. Ilnicki with the ball. Ilnicki gives it back over to Polero. Polero will drive into the lane on the left side. Polero stops, going to dribble back out.
Great defense there to stay with it by Jaden Schaefer the whole way through.
Polero looking for some help, gets it over to Ilnicki. Ilnicki with the ball, drives into the lane, gives it back out in the corner. Polero for three, good. So Polero found his stroke. He now has 10 points in the game, and his shot is starting to fall for the first time here tonight. First 4 points came from the line.
And now a timeout's going to be called. 30-second timeout, so second 30-second timeout called here by North Hills with 5:34 remaining.
So this timeout brought to you by Pontus Insurance. Make sure to take the time out to save money on your insurance. Give agents Dan Pontus, Jessica Dix, or Chasey Gidding a call and get started today. Visit them online at pontusinsurance.com.
I also want to mention a big shout out to our friends at Penn Ohio Bottled Water. They deliver our podcast each and every week. Big shout out to them for everything they've done for us, and we had a great time on that podcast, getting the preview show. You, me, and Eric Thomas having a little fun, chatting and previewing with all 16 teams, all 8 boys and girls teams.
It is, without a question, one of the highlights of the past week for me as we get into the basketball season for the first time on that podcast. So Lemon's in the game now for the Canes. And he'll inbound the ball, gives it to Cox. So it's Cox, Lemon, Harrison, Schaefer, and Blundo on the court for the Canes. Harrison with the ball, gives it over to Schaefer on the right side. Working inside to Lemon. Is he going to get tripped up? And they're going to get Schonbacher on the foul.
That should be his first. No real foul trouble for either team, certainly not for North Hills. I don't have anybody with multiple fouls at all on the Indians.
And no one really getting into any type of trouble during any quarter. Both teams with only 1 foul. Cox drives into the lane with the right hand shot, no good. Rebound there by North Hills. Long will dribble his hard in the backcourt, guarded tight by Cox as they bring the ball up. Work it over to Polero. Polero behind the arc. Drives against Cox, takes it to the hole. Shot taken, no good. And a blocking foul against the Canes. And that is going to go against Cox. That's his third?
That'll be his third. So right after I just said that, there's no...
Yeah, there's our first one to pay attention to here in the second half. And Polero at the line shooting 2. The first one is up and good. Polero with 11, looking for 12 to complete the pair. 4:54 remaining here in the third. And he hits them both.
He's got all 8 points here in the third quarter now for North Hills, does Polero.
Canes with the ball. Cox drives it into the lane. Shot off front of the rim, no good. Rebound again here by North Hills. North Hills limiting the Canes to one shot here in the third quarter. They work it inside the Schonbacher as he takes a shot, no good, and ball going right back to him. Goes up strong, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line shooting 2.
Well, they noticed at North Hills the issue that was going to be down there. You had Schonbacher, a 6'3 sophomore, being guarded by Chase Lemon, a 5'8 junior, and Chase he plays like 6'4", but unfortunately he's not. I mean, he stood his ground pretty well, altered the first shot, but ended up being too much because that help had to come over and then a backside offensive rebound right back to him.
Schonbacher's first shot was no good. His second shot rattles the rim, also no good. Rebound there by Blundo, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul, and they're going to get this one on Carey. That's his second.
Yeah, I was going to say first one in with multiple fouls against North Hills. Been a very competitive game, been a very balanced game in that regard. No real issues. Physical game, but not over the top. It's been a great way to start Class 6A Section 1 action here this year at the Fieldhouse.
Yep. Blundo with the ball between the two circles. Gives it over to Lemon. Top of the key, gives it to Harrison. Over to Blundo on the right side. Back to Cox, top of the key. Cox with the ball with the left hand. Dribbles down with the right hand. Works it inside. Loses control. Spins it. Gets it back. Takes it to the hole. Shot no good. Ball going to be fight for. Schaefer's going to save it, but he's not going to be able to keep it in bounds as it goes out of bounds behind the basket. And with that, we'll go over to North Hills with 3:50 remaining here in the third quarter.
So a good job again, running the set, running the offense. Maybe the freshman Kai Cox a little bit too aggressive, trying too hard to get the shot off. He lost the ball, got it back, ended up having a relatively easy look, probably the easiest one he's had all night, but somehow that one didn't go in.
Long with the ball, guarded there by Lemon. On the right wing. And they're going to get a 5-second call against North Hills, against Long, and that 5-second turnover. Give the ball back to the Canes with 3:32 remaining here in the third quarter.
Chase Lemon part of that. He checks back out. Kyrell Harris checking back in. So the starting 5 out there now for Newcastle. No instant replay tonight because no video tonight, but I would love to see that instant replay.
Yeah.
Brought to you there by LCAP. Great tight defense.
Cox brings it down, throws it outside. This is Harrison for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Carey. Or excuse me, that's Ilnicki with the rebound.
And I think a foul on the rebound is going to be called against Harrison. He can't believe the shot didn't go in. Team foul number 4 of the quarter. Second against Harrison. He kind of went quiet, though. I mean, he hit a 3 late in the first quarter, early in the second quarter. That's the first really attempt that we've seen from him since offensively.
Canes with 4 personal fouls this quarter. As they bring the ball up. Long with it in the forecourt. Guarded there by Harris. As they give the ball over to Schonbacher. Schonbacher stops his dribble inside the arc, gives it back out. With it to his Long. Long gives it over to Polero. Polero with the ball guarded there by Cox. Drives with the left hand down the left side. The ball can be knocked away by Blundo. Blundo picks it up and outlets it to Harrison. Harrison with the right hand. Jams it home.
Up over a defender, too, and that gets everybody up out of their seats with the right-handed slam.
And ball loose again, picked up there by Polero. Polero brings it over. Now he'll back it out and try to slow it down. 45-33 lead, 2:25 remaining here in the third.
It's also the first points over 4 minutes for Newcastle.
From the outside is Carey taking a 3 shot, no good. Rebound there by Ilnicki. Gives it out to Long for another 3. He'll put it in.
All of a sudden, it's raining threes here for North Hills. They'll take a timeout with 2:12 remaining. Lead down to 9 after the Long's first 3-ball today.
Now, it was a great outlet earlier in that transition as they got it on that big slam.
But then you see just palms up from Coach Blundo saying, hey, somebody's got to
get back.
Somebody's got to get there for the rebound. And in that case, left wide open back on the left wing was Jackson Long for that three-pointer. While we have another moment, I want to mention coming up after the game, we will have our MVP of the game brought to you by MVP Insurance. Get in the game at MVP Insurance. Home, auto, term life, and liability insurance and more. Visit MVP-INS for more information and to request a free quote.
And all our turnovers are brought to you by Moderna Bonner Law, your community law firm with personal connection of individual service. With flexible appointments, Moderna Bonner Law, a team of experienced lawyers and staffs, always ready to help.
I got to mention real quick, this is an incredible story. So Buzz Gabos, the head coach of North Hills, back in 2016, they were looking for their first trip to the WPIAL Finals. They were in the quarterfinals, and he collapsed in the fourth quarter on the sideline from dehydration, and he has a low blood pressure disorder. 4 days later, he's back in school teaching, goes to practice that day, coaches the team the next day to a victory in the semifinals to get to their first ever championship game. They didn't win that championship. They've been to one championship since then as well. They're still looking for their first gold medal, and they're going to embrace this challenge of being in Class 6A this year. But you can just tell what kind of mental fortitude and physical fortitude you got to go through as a head coach.
Cox drives down the right side, gets to the lane, and puts it in for 2 for the Kings. He now has 12 tonight. Under 2 minutes here to play in the third. Ilicki bounce pass down low to Polero, but we're going to get a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a foul against McKnight.
And that's just good coaching, though. That's what 19 years of coaching does, because they say, hey, let's drive at them, see if we can get a cheap one and get to the line, because these are bonus free throws. Your bonus free throws tonight brought to you by the Red Zone. Remember, Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form. The Red Zone does the rest. Visit them online, redzonesports.com. See how your group can score big at the Red Zone. And Zach Polero is certainly scoring big at the line, now 7 of 7 from the stripe.
The first one rattles in. Looking to complete the pair with 1:44 remaining here in the quarter. Puts the other one in with the switch. And it's quietly a 9-point game, 47-38, 1:44 here to play in the third quarter.
But this is why you can't go to sleep on North Hills. We said about it in the pregame. They've come from behind in all 3 games. They were 1-2 record. One of those games went to overtime. The other one they trailed by 26 and only lost by 8.
Blunder with the ball for the Kings. Gets it into Cox in the corner. Cox cross-court pass. That's Harrison for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Ilicki as he gets the ball out to Polero. He brings the ball up. Schonbacher gets the ball back out as they work it around on the right side. Ilnicki gets the ball, throws it into the corner. Schonbacher will try a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by the Kings. Harrison comes down with it. He outlets it to Cox. Cox goes to the corner. That's Harrison. Or Harris for 3. Harris good.
You've been saying Harrison all night for 3. Kyrell takes his first opportunity. The lefty drains it.
Under 50 seconds here to play in the third, and we get a whistle again. And what they get this one on? They're going to get this one on Cox. That's his 4th.
Yeah, that's big with 50 seconds remaining. Cox, who set up that long breakout, had a couple numbers. He got to midcourt. Basically a baseball bounce pass to Kyrell in the corner to drain that 3.
Polero puts it in. His first shot, he now has 15.
Matching his season average. Again, averaged 19 per game last year as a junior. Now the senior being asked to take more of a scoring role, not just the point guard role that he had a year ago.
So Chase Lemon comes in the game for Cox. And a second shot by Polero is good. And it's a 10-point game here, 50-40.
9 of his 16 points for Polero have come from the free throw line.
Harris brings the ball in the forecourt. Harris gives it back over to Blundo. See if they play for the last shot here as we're down to 33 seconds. Blundo with the ball. He'll hand it off to Harrison. Gives it back out to Harris. Harris between the two circles. We're down to 25 seconds. Harris dribbling with the ball down to 20. Guarded there by Schonbacher as they hand it back off to Blundo, down to 15 seconds. Blundo with the ball down to 11. Blundo top of the key, actually all the way back at the logo, down to 6 seconds. Blundo with the ball. Blundo with a huge deep three. Back of the rim, high bounce, and it's going to be knocked away and out of bounds, and that'll end the third quarter. 50-40, Canes with the lead. You're listening to LC Sportsnet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Congratulations to our November LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Wilmington football as the November LCAP Team of the Month after winning the District 10 football championship for the first time since 2020. Congratulations to Coach Brandon Fillion and the Wilmington football team, our November LCAP Team of the Month.
Want to mention real quick, a big shout out to our friends in the Crane Room. Every Thursday night here during basketball season, we're going to have a Crane Room winning word. For yesterday, it was basketball, and we're going to extend basketball into next week as well. So Thursday night, go in, say the word basketball at the Crane Room on Thursday night, and get a free Crane Chips appetizer. Big thanks to Crane Room sponsoring our starting lineups. It is the starting lineup for both teams heading out there to start quarter number 4. It's Harris, Harrison, Blundo, Cox with 4 fouls, and Schaefer out there for Newcastle. And actually, Max Pekarsky in for the first time for North Hills as somebody different out there for the Indians.
Canes with the ball into the forecourt. Blundo with the ball behind the arc. Nice give and go. Gets it to Cox. Cox lays it up short. Ball's on the ground, and they're going to get a foul, I believe. This one, they're going to call it jump ball. Okay.
Yeah, jump ball, and lucky because McKnight kind of came down on top of one of the North Hills players going for the rebound, but he was tied up already before that had happened.
So North Hills will throw it in from underneath the basket.
And first real,
get it into Polero.
First real big-time full-court pressure, in-your-face pressure. And, again, lucky for Newcastle. Still getting used to it. Fouls reset every quarter.
Yep. Polero, turnaround jumper from the outside arc, up and good. So Polero now with 19 here tonight.
I said he was going to have to take over more of a scoring role. My goodness, he certainly is taking that to heart tonight.
Only had 4 in the first half. Cox trying to back down. Long takes it and is blocked there by Merle. Outlets it to Schonbacher as he brings the ball up. Schonbacher has the ball stolen away on the pass there, knocked out of bounds by McKnight.
But that's
Great hustle there by Nate McKnight.
But that's what Max Pekarsky's in there for. He is the block machine. Saw some film. He had a couple incredible blocks in their game against Hampton to start the year as well. Swatted that one nearly out of bounds.
Bach back to the rim, no good. Rebound here by the Canes. Blundo tries to bring the ball up, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. They're going to get this one on Kaylee Merle.
I think I got 34, Pekarsky.
Oh. Maybe I had that wrong. Yeah. Pulaski. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. First time we've seen him. Again, had a nice block on the last play. That one a little too handsy, though, in the backcourt.
Canes with the ball, gives the bounce pass over to McKnight. McKnight goes right side, lost control, picked up there by Ilnicki. Ilnicki brings the ball up. And he's going to lose timeout. Timeout.
That's good call. The timeout was called from the bench before the held ball was called, but that's only that's the 4th timeout, only 1 remaining now for North Hills. Let's take another quick one as well, Tim. We'll squeak one in back in a moment. 6:44 remaining here at lcsportsnet.com.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free with a Visit one of the locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Tim, we can't go being at the Nika High Fieldhouse without mentioning Mark Shaw's and the new Shawzy scholarships, right? Make sure you check it out. We're getting all the new information up there. It'll be there officially by New Year's with all of the how to apply for the scholarship. And contact Lee Moan with all of your golf outing inquiries.
Looking forward to the springtime for that? Or maybe early summer, I guess you would call it?
I wish I could remember the date off the top of my head. I should have it written down.
Yeah. Well, 6:44 here to play in the fourth quarter. A 7-point lead here for the Canes. Polero with the ball for North Hills. Bounce pass down baseline. They work it inside to Carey. Carey takes a shot. He's going to get fouled. They're going to get that foul on Damon Harrison. That's his fourth.
I was going to say, I only got him for three. Yeah.
All right.
First team foul for Newcastle here, and it'll send Carey to the line for the first time tonight.
Mark did for him for Harris.
No.
What a shot. Carey's shot hits the front of the rim and bounce away. So the score remains 50-43. 6:33 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
But again, visit lcsportsnet.com/scholarship to get all that official information there on the Mark Shaw Scholarship Fund.
And there's the shot back of the rim, no good. He misses them both. Canes get the rebound, gets it out to Harris. Harris brings bounce. Pass goes to Harrison, dumps it in and puts the foul. 52-43, 6:27 remaining.
That's how you run a break. You get the outlet, you get it to the middle, you have options each way. You fake one way, you get to the other. Strong layup off the glass, and one for Damian Harrison.
Damian Harrison at the line, looking to complete the three-point play. Shot hits the back of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes up strong, puts it in for two.
I don't want a three-point play. I want a four-point play, Mr. Harrison.
Yes. North Hills with the ball in the forecourt. Idalicki gets it down low. Gives it back to Long. Long's going to travel with the ball and turn it over with 6:10 here to play. An 11-point Canes lead.
How impressive is this? This is the fifth game of the year. All 5 games that you have had Kai Cox, Damian Harrison, and Ralphie Blundo all in double figures. That's going to be key to get all of them involved, and that balance of scoring is what's key to any team, but especially what we saw with Newcastle last year.
With Blundo drives down the left side, hesitates, puts it off the glass, and in.
First points of the second half for Ralphie. How about that? They were locked him down after 17 first half points. That time absorbs some contact, gets in the lane, and puts it in.
With the ball is Polero. Polero, top of the key, going to go deep three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Harrison. Give it out to Harris as he brings the ball up.
Polero finally showing a little bit of kryptonite. He was lights out in the third quarter from beyond the arc.
As they give it back over to Blundo. Blundo guarded there by Schombacher. As Blundo drives inside on the cross dribble. Takes it to the hole, shot up, no good, but he is fouled. And Ralphie will go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, but part of that is right there. Because of him hitting the shots so well in the third quarter, or in the first half, I should say, they were all in his face in the third quarter, no real opportunities. This time he gets around a defender, drives to the hoop, can't convert on the first free throw. By my numbers, these are the first free throws of the game.
He took the shot for Blundo, and he actually pulled a kind of a muscle type scenario. Maybe got so shot was kind of off center. The second shot is going to be up and good there by Blundo. So 1 of 2. He has 20 in the game.
I might have to have you check my numbers. I think that's the first free throw attempts for Newcastle all game. Or no, we just had the and one from Harrison right before that.
Right. But they haven't been to the line often, which is unusual.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think those are the first free throws. That's incredible.
And we're going to get a deep three this time by Schombacher as he puts it in again.
His first points in the second half. both teams made great adjustments at the half to be able to take away the leading scorers. Finally getting involved here in the fourth.
Cox with the ball for Kings. Cox splits the defenders, takes it into the lane. Shot no good. Short, but Schaefer's there, picks the ball up, loses control, putting the ball on the ground. And we're going to get a tie-up and a jump ball called. And it'll stay with Newcastle with 4:32 here to play.
Just to put that in contrast, Zach Polero alone is 9 for 9. And Newcastle, I think, is going to take a timeout to try to calm things down with 4.5 minutes to play. We'll keep it right here as it's a 30-second timeout. We'll give another shout-out to our Athlete of the Month. How about Jackson Shadle from Mohawk? Back-to-back state champion for cross-country. He has competed in the Nike Nationals.
Wow.
Out in Oregon. Out of 200 runners nationwide, finished 66th. A couple weeks before, he finished 3rd in the Northeast Regional. Absolutely impressive stuff. Could arguably be called the greatest distance runner in Lawrence County history, and I would not be the one to try to argue against it. Congrats to him, and can't wait to see. He'll still have the track season to defend a couple of WPIAL medals there.
We'll get a shout-out to YSU's cross-country and long-distance coach, Brian Gorby, a friend of mine. Just a little shout-out. Someone to keep in mind there, Brian.
Yeah.
You might be interested in him.
Give a shout-out to Wilmington as our LCAP Team of the Month as well, getting the D10 Football Championship.
They work it inside to Cox. Cox turns around, takes it to the hole, puts it up and in for 2.
Yeah, he went to dish it back out and then noticed, wait, the guy guarding me is on the ground. Okay, I'll lay it in. 14 points now for the freshman.
13-point lead here for the Canes. 4:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
What is it about Ralph Blundo, though, out of timeouts? Always seems to get something drawn up perfectly to what they need.
They do. It's just uncanny how that always seems to be the case. As they get the ball over to Long. Long guarded tight there by Harris. As they get it into the corner, Schombacher for 3. Strike no good. Rebound there by Blundo. Outlets it to Harris. Harris off the glass from the left side. Good for 2. Harris now with 7. They work it back down court. Polero will take a 3. No good. Rebound there by Ulicki. Gives it out to Schombacher for 3. Rattles the rim. No good. Carey with the rebound, taken over to rim. Rebound there by Cox. Cox brings the ball in the forecourt. Cox jump pass inside for Schaefer. Can't quite handle it. The last touch by North Hills going out of bounds, and he'll stay with the Canes.
I'm not sure what was more impressive, Kai coming down with that rebound, or somehow Harris and Blundo not landing on each other when both were down at different points in the paint, and the other's jumping for a rebound.
Get it out to Cox. Cox against Long. Cox drives into the lane. Cox right left hand, right side, up and good.
The body control from a freshman. I mean, he's not built like a freshman.
No.
He's the biggest freshman I've seen play high school basketball probably since Mike Wells. I mean,
yeah.
Mike Wells was as big as a freshman. Kai's really impressive.
And Schombacher drives the left side, lays it up and in for 2. He now has 20 tonight.
It's been over 24 in every game so far this year. Came in averaging 29 per contest.
Cox going to turn around, and they're going to get a reach-in foul against North Hills. They're going to get that one on Jackson Long.
And that's one right there that, that's what you pay a freshman's mistake, because he spun himself right into a double team. Kind of got bailed out because Jackson Long grabbed him on the arm before the foul was, or before the travel could have happened.
So Newcastle will throw it in right in front of us. 2:48 remaining here in the fourth. 63-48's our score. Canes with the lead.
And they're looking at the back of Kai Cox's jersey.
I thought maybe there was a blood spot.
That's all I can figure.
That's all I can think of, yeah.
Okay, you can blame my pen. Red ink came from my pen. Why not?
That ball's going to be thrown in and knocked out of bounds by North Hills. This should stay with the Canes, and it does. And Cox will throw it in again right in front of us. Here at the table. Give it into Lemon. Lemon stops his dribble, looking for some help. And the ball's going to be loose, and the timeout taken here by Newcastle. 2:48 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
I literally lost my right ear. I literally lost my right ear right there, Tim. Let's take a quick one here as well. Why not? We'll be back in a moment with 2:44 remaining at lcsportsnet.com.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
2:44 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 63-48 lead for the Canes. And Kai Cox will throw it in and gets it over to Harris. Harris in the backcourt crosses the timeline. Guarded there by Polero. Gives it back over to Cox. On the go to Harris. Into the corner to Blundo for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Harris. He brings it back out and they'll reset the offense. As they get it across court over to Cox. Work it down to Schaefer. Back outside. 3 by Harrison. Rattles the rim. No good. Rebound there by North Hills as they're going to lose control of the ball and he'll go down. That was Ilnicki. Ilnicki is going to get fouled there by Harrison.
Say that there's a fine line. I mean, you're up by 15. You're playing great keep away, but you get 2 open looks in the corner, just both rattled in and out. The question is, when you say, hey, it's a layup game, I don't care about an open 3.
I was going to say, and you got to give Schaefer credit because he's seen the open 3 in the corner, but he also had some room to just drive it to the hole.
I mean, if I got Damian Harrison or Ralphie Blundo to be trying to pass it to in the corner, guess what? I'll take my chances.
I'm going to try to get it in their hands a lot. This is Polero from outside, front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Long. Gives it back to Polero. Polero's ball's going to get stripped, but he is going to get fouled again by Damian Harrison.
Yeah, so Polero is now misfired on his last 4 attempts. Blundo's the one going to. He's the one who reached in. Yeah, that's the right call. Blundo reached in as after he closed out on Polero. Polero got around him to get the rebound, and he had to commit the foul. So 2 more free throws, but my goodness, 11 for 11 now as that first one goes in.
Yeah, he's now with 20 points in the game. Is Polero looking to complete the pair.
So he and Schombacher each with 20.
And looking for the 50th point here for North Hills. Shot is up and good. 63-50, 1:53 remaining here in the fourth. Cox gives it out to Blundo across the timeline. Over to Schaefer. Schaefer's double team. And we get a timeout again here for Newcastle with 1:44 remaining.
And we didn't get a chance to really mention this, but now it's 1 timeout remaining for each team. We said that was going to be a bit of an issue maybe for North Hills. Excuse me, because of the fact that they had taken that last timeout so early. But now Newcastle also with just 1 timeout remaining.
1:44 remaining. 63-50 lead here for the Canes. This is going to be a full timeout.
Just a 30, but I do want to mention. I do want to mention real quick though, Tim, as something interesting.
It is a 30.
Because I did see one of our officials earlier have a little conversation with Ralphie Blundo after one of his plays. So there is a new flopping rule. It's not a new flopping rule. It's been in effect. But the flopping this year, you get a flop warning for the entire team. And I think a lot of the officials are going to kind of say, hey, do that again, and it becomes the official warning, whether it's a head bob on offense or trying to fake draw a charge. It's just going to be very interesting to see how that plays out over the course of this year, watching for those flop warnings NBA style.
Ball's going to be knocked away there by Ilnicki, and it'll stay with the Canes. 1:44 remaining.
There's another one right there. It's just things you'll learn as a freshman. Didn't come to the basketball. Need to come a little bit more quickly to the ball to make the catch.
They work it down inside and off the hands of Harrison. He'll actually last touched by North Hills. He'll stay with the Canes.
Yeah, Pekarski, I think, is the one who got his hands on there and knocked it out of bounds down underneath the block. So it'll be Harris to inbound.
Give the ball back out here to Blundo. Blundo gives it over to Harris. 90 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. They work it around, taking some time off the clock. Blundo's going to get fouled. And now put Ralphie at the line shooting 2.
Yep, that is the 5th foul, so bonus free throws.
Bonus. Exactly.
These bonus free throws brought to you by our powering sponsor, LCAP. If you've ever wanted an exciting career working with children, hey, LCAP Early Learning is looking for you. Apply online today. lcap.org/join our team. Again, lccap.org/join our team.
So Blundo puts the first one up and through for his 21st point of the night. 1:25 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Nate McKnight re-enters the ball game, and the second shot is up and good. Polero bring the ball up. Polero, top of the key. Backs it off, gives it over to Long. Long back to Polero. Goes over to Schonbacher as he drives the left side. Stops, gives it back out. Polero for a fadeaway 3, shot no good. Long with the long rebound, puts it up. Shot no good, rebound there by Blundo. Blundo down on the ground, holding the dribble. Gets it back over to, saved by Harris. Actually steps on the sideline.
Yeah, so, and that's unfortunate, too, because Harris tried to do his best wide receiver imitation, but he didn't need to. The pass had been tipped. He could have just let it go out of bounds. I'm not sure if he didn't notice it or just had to react too late.
I think it was just pure
instinct reaction.
Yeah. As they get it in, Till Licky as he gives it back out. That's Schonbacher for 3, up and good from the corner. He now has 23 in the game.
His 4th three-pointer and a steal. Polero gets the steal, takes it from the top of the key and drains that one.
Wow, Polero. Back-to-back threes here for the Indians, and all of a sudden, it's a 9-point game with 40 seconds remaining.
4th three-pointer for Polero.
And we got another foul. This one is on Polero, and now we'll send Harris to the line, shooting 2. And it is these bonus free throws brought to you by LCAP.
Caniacs are a little bit ahead of the game. Still a 9-point game with 40 seconds remaining.
First shot hits the right side of the rim and bounces away.
Only the 3rd and 4th free throw of the year for Kyrell Harris.
Kyrell trying to get the 66th point of the game here and a 10-point lead for the Canes. 40 seconds remaining. Shot is up and good. Harris now with 8 tonight.
Lemon in, Harrison out for defensive purposes for the last 40 seconds.
That is a 4-possession lead now. As Polero brings the ball up. Works it over to Nicky. Back to Polero for a deep 3. Into the corner of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Harris, and he's going to be fouled. And Harris will walk down to the other side of the court and take 2 more shots from the line.
After the game, we'll get you the final scoring recap, try to get you some out-of-town scores, and give out our awards. Again, our MVP Insurance MVP of the game, as well as our Maley Chiropractic Play of the game. Visit Doctors Mitch Maley, Chris Argero, and Kelsey Argero, the new married couple there at Maley Chiropractic. But best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County.
Yeah. Harris with the first one through, 67-56. Second one is up and good. Harris now with 10. And it's 68-56. Under 30 seconds here to play. Polero with the ball. Gives it over to Schonbacher. He'll take a deep 3 left side. Rattles the rim. No good. Ball batted in the air. He'll lick. He gets it down. Gives it back out to Long. His shot for 3 hits the front of the rim. No good. Bring it up by Harris. Harris bounce pass to Blundo. Blundo off the glass for 2.
Come on, Ralph. You're not going to dunk it?
As they give it back to Schonbacher. He'll try a 3 from the right wing, up and good, and that will end the ball game. Right there, 70-59 is our final score. As the Canes move to 5-0 on the season, as North Hill falls to 1-3. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll start our Tri-County Principal Postgame show. You're listening to LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk distance runner Jackson Shaydale as the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month for winning his 2nd straight PIAA Cross Country Championship. Jackson also qualified for the Nike Cross Country National Championship this month. Congratulations and best of luck to Mohawk's Jackson Shaydale, the November Red Zone Athlete of the Month.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAT Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living. Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
And welcome back here to the Nikai High Fieldhouse as the Canes move to 5-0 on the season with a 70-59 victory over North Hills. Canes got out to a quick start in the first quarter, outscoring North Hills 18-10. And in the second quarter, Newcastle outscored North Hills 23-15 to take a 41-25 lead at halftime. In the third quarter, North Hills got one in the quarter, 15-9, and cut the lead down to 10 after three, trailing 50-40 to the Canes. But in the fourth quarter, it was a back and forth fourth quarter as the Canes outscored North Hills 20-19 for the final of 70-59. As the Canes were led here tonight by Ralphie Blundo. I had him with 24. We're going to try to confirm that one as North Hills had a big second half. As we mentioned earlier, they scored 15 in the third and 19 in the fourth quarter, and winning the third quarter 15-9. They were led in scoring by Nathan Schombacher, who hit that last three at the end of the ball game. They have 26 points here tonight, and Polero also had 23. So they had a couple big scores again here tonight. As we mentioned, Zachary Polero averaged over 19 points a game last season. They needed more out of him this year, and he has at least delivered some of that here tonight.
Let's take a look at the official scoring recap. brought to you by GEM. So you had a Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. So you had the gem of the game here tonight. We'll start with North Hills. Leading all scorers was Nathan Schonbacher with 26 points after that last 3 ball right before the end buzzer. Zach Polero with 24 himself, 7 for Jackson Long and 2 for Ryan Carey, though the depth of scoring not there as much tonight for Coach Kevin Tross, for Coach Buzz Gabos' team. On the other side, for Newcastle, 4 players in double figures. Ralphie Blundo with 24, 5 threes in the first half, finished 5 of 11 from downtown. Next is Kyrell Harris with 12, Damian Harrison with 10, Kai Cox with 16, all from the 2-point arc. Jaden Schaefer with 6, and Nate McKnight with 2 off the bench. North Hills score by quarter, 10, 15, 15, and 19 for 59 total. Newcastle, 18, 23, 9, and 20 for 70 total. 70-59, your final score. Newcastle now 5-0, and importantly 1-0 in section play. North Hills falls to 1-3 to start the year. There's your gem. Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allows them to meet any challenge and design any project, building your community for 70 years.
So a nice start to our basketball season here from the Nikai High Fieldhouse as the Canes move to 5-0 on the season, James. And we're seeing kind of reminiscing of what they've done in the past. I know last year they got off to a hot start and then kind of cooled down, so there's a lot of basketball still to be played. But to see 4 players in double figures here tonight is a nice start, and it's probably time for us to talk about a couple awards we have to give away here today. Some T-shirts for the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the MVP Game Award T-shirts.
Yeah, let's start with the play of the game because you know what? He had the most points tonight, did Ralphie Blundo. Yeah. He's going to get the KDKA Radio Player of the Game award. We're going to go the other way. We're going to give him the play of the game for getting that buzzer beater there at the end of the first half. We'll give him for that three-pointer from no man's land from about 28 feet out.
Kind of Michael Jordan-esque.
Yes, it was. It really was. So he'll get our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game award. Maley Chiropractic proud to honor Ralphie Blundo for today's Play of the Game. Remember, you can check out the archive, and we'll try to get some video synced up to get you to see all of that as well. Congratulations tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game to Ralphie Blundo. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. 4 players in double figures for Newcastle, though, Tim. It was the little things, because Damian Harrison had a couple of great Play of the Game nominations throughout the course of the game, but he ends up with a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, a couple of great defensive plays. I think it's not going to look like the big sexy score line with the huge point numbers, but he was a big reason why this Newcastle team was successful tonight.
There's no question about it, and that's what Newcastle is going to need. They're going to need Damian Harrison to be that guy on the defense and the offensive boards to be able to either give him second chances on the offensive board or get the ball out into transition. He was able to do that. Had the big dunk also to bring this crowd alive here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse. So he is our MVP Insurance MVP Game Award winner. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP Game Award to Damian Harrison, MVP Insurance in Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Damian tonight with tonight's MVP of the game. He will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's game and being named tonight's MVP. To view a list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations again to Damian Harrison of Newcastle, tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
So again, Newcastle stays undefeated at 5-0, 1-0 here in section play to kick off the season. Big shout out to them. And again, 4 players in double figures. One other final score is in Neshannock 49, Olsh 42.
Wow.
It's a big win for Neshannock, getting the home court to start the year and to take out Olsh. They expect that to be the top game. Or the top 2 teams likely there in that section play. See if I can get you a Union final here real quick as well. The other game that we had on our broadcast here this evening. And, of course, Lee and Jay, they're too worried about what wing flavor they're going to get at the Crane Room after to be sending us any sort of score updates, obviously.
Yeah, no, there's no question about that. They're probably arguing which one they need to get.
You know what? They probably hustled out of there so quickly that
they might have already had the order at the crane room.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure. Absolutely.
I'm sure you're 100% correct.
But real quick, looking to next week, we got bocce on the air next week. How about that, Tim?
Looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. Great to see the bocce season back. I got to play some myself this past week, so I'm feeling good. See what the young lads can do here on the bocce court this coming.
Union all over Laurel, by the way. How about a 53-25 final in that? Didn't see that one coming for sure. But Union up in Class 2A, they take the next step. They're 1-0 as well. So Union, Neshannock, and Newcastle victorious tonight. Yeah, we'll have bocce on Tuesday. We'll have Neshannock against Shenango on Tuesday for the boys. We'll also have Shenango against Laurel on Friday next week on the boys' side as well. And the girls' game in between, I believe, is Neshannock and Laurel. Don't quote me on that one, but we'll have a game on Thursday as well. Stay tuned at lcsportsnet.com. Plenty of great stuff coming your way. Don't go anywhere. It's the best place for you right up to the holidays, and then we'll really pick it up big time after the New Year's. But, Tim.
We kick off our tip-off, I should say, our basketball season here at the Nikai High Fieldhouse, and it was a good one here for the Canes as they come away with a 70-59 victory here. My thanks go out to everyone here at Newcastle for their hospitality and great sportsmanship, as it has been a great lot of fun here tonight to bring you tonight's ball game. For my partner James Dotson, I'm Tim Continenza, wishing you all a wonderful good evening. Once again, our final score, Newcastle 70, North Hills 59. Have a great night, everyone.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is